Maybe we stop shooting that into the back of trees, because that would have been a little awkward. 240's firing again. Still a little short. It must have hit an entire squad as they were pushing up, because the kill feed just went crazy. All right, howdy folks, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Gates of Hell with what most likely will be the final episode of the Japanese conquest campaign. The Chiri, which I sometimes refer to as the Japanese tiger, though people always get mad at me about that, as well as the Hato are making an appearance. And I'm actually preparing to finish this 240mm like naval type gun, which is kind of cheeky because it has a 450 or so meter range. And then last but not least, we also have this, I guess the Japanese equivalent, or a lot less armored, 25mm, and also looks a lot less good graphically speaking, to the German Brummbär. It's a 150mm short-barreled SPG, basically. So again, very similar to a Brummbär, just has a tenth of the armor, basically. So with this, we're going to be attacking and doing a defense, and then I think we'll have seen about pretty much everything the Japanese have to offer in a Valour. Again, if you are interested in giving me any recommendations, stuff you think I should check out in Gates of Hell or anything else, let me know as always in the comments. And if you're wondering why I have some of these weird, I guess they're just little, you know, very 1930s looking cars, well, every time you get one of these, you actually gain 8 pop cap in your army. So if you get 10 of those, you can get 80 more call-in points in that wave. So I didn't go overboard and I didn't buy 20 of them. Oh, that artillery is very accurate. But I did buy quite a few of them just so I could fill my my units out a little bit more. Now we have built this 240mm. We're going to let that off-map artillery, I think it's 150 mils. We're just going to let that go crazy. As you can see, we're going to now... Oh, that just fired even though I didn't mean for it to fire. We'll set it to fire over here. And then the Hato, one of my favorite sort of meme units from Assault Squad and Assault Squad 2 back in the day. Oh, okay, that was actually very underwhelming in terms of actual explosive firepower. This was like the standard Japanese counter to the American Calliope spam. If you ever played a bunch of multiplayer, even in Rob's mod, it was one of the only ways the Japanese could really defend themselves, because this thing would be very, well, relatively accurate at dealing with Calliope, so you would try to one-shot them across the map, and these things were definitely a source of frustration for lots of people in Assault Squad 1 and Assault Squad 2, and obviously going forward with Rob's mod as well. Now the Chiri is weird. As you can see, it's engaging with its main gun, which is an extremely long-barreled 75mm. It also has a, like, only on one side, a side-mounted machine gun, which is a weird design choice, and a hull-mounted 37mm right next to another machine gun mount. And of course, we have this top-mounted, you know, gunner as well. But it's really that weird 37mm. Just, it feels so inefficient to just have one that only faces towards the front. It's just, I don't know, typical Japanese engineering of the, you know, late war Japan, which I guess never really saw the light of day either way, but it's always cool to see that in games like Gates of Hell or Valour, because of course, using the Valour mod, that's how we actually have access to it. There goes the one, now the 240, a little bit short there. I'm hoping we can, okay, we're still now dealing with Cromwells, which may, I think, be an upgrade over what they were initially sending at us over the last couple of battles. But I'm thinking this is pretty much it for Japan. We're getting sniped by the enemy defensive snipers. But yeah, this is pretty much it for Japan. I think we've seen all the cool stuff really that Japan has to offer after we hopefully can destroy this. Really? You guys have trouble with this Cromwell? Oh, never mind. I was kind of wondering why they were having such a hard time with this little Cromwell, but turns out that was maybe maybe just a little bit unlucky there. Oh, what is that? Oh, that's a Sexton. We kind of want to destroy that before it shoots. Oh, what was that? We're just using... Okay, why are we swapping to HE? And why are we not using the Japanese Brummbär? Hopefully we don't hit a tree and we hit that Valentine right away. Well, that was very close. I don't know what the Sexton's doing, why it's just pushing up, ignoring... this infantry squad's about to get annihilated. My 240mm is still shooting. My Hato is... I guess we could try to... Maybe we shoot that Valentine. It would... Oh, it just got absolutely destroyed, I think, actually. Is there anything that I want to shoot with this Hato again? Let's try. It sounds very quiet. It just absolutely obliterated very close. Okay, maybe we stop shooting that into the back of trees because that would have been a little awkward. 240's firing again. Still a little short. It just, it must have hit an entire squad as they were pushing up because the kill feed just went crazy. The Cheery, it's just, it kind of feels like one of those German, it kind of is a prototype tank, obviously, but it feels like one of those weird German prototype tanks you'd see in World of Tanks. Obviously, completely demented. There's no reason to half of the design choices, but I don't know. They decided to add it, you know, in World of Tanks, and I think it's a kind of a cool thing to just have here in Gates of Hell. But it's really the pinnacle of the Japanese design, and I don't really think there's any real reason to play more of this specific Conquest campaign because, well, did you just shoot your own? Why I swear he just shot. What is happening? We're being sniped by like anti-tank riflemen in these Chiris. It feels like. I do have another wave to call in, which, as you can see, is a lot of command trucks to make up for the cost of some of the units I brought in there. But I'm kind of worried. Is that an H? What is this shell? Is that SAP? Oh, it's smoke. I don't really know the reason this thing would have smoke for, but I guess. Is this Valentine still operational? Oh, there is another tank approaching. Okay, that's what we wanted to see. The Japanese Brumbar, but with a lot more risk considering it, well, has Japanese levels of negligible armor. The Hato is not as cool as I thought. Then again, I did have a disappointing experience when I grabbed, so listening for the artillery round, that was kind of over. Then I grabbed the wheeled rocket launcher, like the little, well, it's really just nothing more but a sort of single shot Nebelwerfer. When I had that for 1 or 2 battles, I was very disappointed in it, and I kind of got rid of it really quickly. Really just preferring having, well, an actual gun-based artillery like the 150 mil and that glorious Napoleonic era looking 120 mil I used before. At the moment, I'm a little worried about the... Oh, there's an entire squad. That's a whole other company. This could be an insane... Oh, I'm facepalming and face planning. Japanese are very eager to just self-destruct. It seems I kind of need to get... I would get some infantry, but I don't really care too much about it. I'm happy to just engage. Okay, okay. The Chiri, you know, when it has some time, it does seem to do its job, but it seems like they keep swapping to the wrong shell type, which I know I can turn off, but I kind of want them to engage infantry as well. But then they're using HE against Sextons and Cromwells, which just seems a little inefficient. Okay, what if we were to... Okay, what if we were to lob a rocket from the Hato this time at that Crusader... Oh, the Crusader might have just gotten tracked. Can I even hit any of these things? I feel like this Hato, it's funny, but the rocket is just not good enough. I'd rather have more of... Oh, no. I literally... I saw that coming, but I clicked, and I just wanted to say that I was having such a good time with the... Okay, it's still alive, somehow, barely. Okay, well, maybe that's a thing we're going to have to end up selling relatively quickly after this battle is over. Even on the defense, I don't know if there's really a reason to use that thing when I'd rather use more of these Ho-Ros. They're way more fun. They're direct fire. Like I said, it's basically a Japanese Brumbar. Or ISU 152, ISU 122, you know, that kind of caliber. I was really hoping that would do more damage to that. Yeah, this thing is not that useful. I guess if the 240 can keep just randomly firing into the point, we'll get this last wave, which guess what has a lot more of these little stupid command vehicles, which I explained, like they're just there to sort of take away some of the pop cap. Now, we do have some infantry, and we have one more Chinook, or 2 more Chinooks. We're losing a lot of infantry, but since it's the last couple of battles of the campaign, I don't think that longevity and preservation of my infantry or even my vehicles is that much of a worry anymore. There's lots of infantry that are just like refusing to go down. We are trying to capture this left point. I'm going to use this... Oh, there's still a guy over there. Can we shoot him, please? Why are we not... I mean, I know we have AP loaded. Where is he? He's right there. Oh, now, okay, well, incendiary? Incendiary? We have a single incendiary round? Or 2 incendiary rounds. Wow, no, why would this thing have incendiary rounds? It's supposed to be an anti-tank gun. Or, well, an anti-tank gun on the back of a tank destroyer kind of deal. But I just don't understand why it would have incendiary, but it's cool. See if we can hit this machine gun position, maybe. Ah, a little short. Okay, well, keep capturing this. We'll send up the remaining points or units that we have, I think I don't really care too much about the ammo. As you can see, we have 5 of these command cars, so I was really expecting them to be... I kind of feel like they're a little strong. I think initially Gates of Hell had some of those command cars, or it was like if you called in officers, they would lower the pop cap. But I'm pretty sure they mostly got rid of that. But Valour still, oh, there goes my Chinukai getting destroyed by a 17 pounder. It's actually an issue. That needs to die. That needs to die. I do not want that. I need this long gun to load HE already. Oh, that missed. That got the crew at least. Okay, that could have been really bad. These Chi-Ris are not going to have a single second in the face. Okay, am I going to use this again? Am I going to at least shoot high? You know what? Let's use this from the side. At least so we're not shooting our own guys in the back anymore, because clearly that's an issue for the Hato. As we have our airborne, we'll push those up. We're actually... Yes, we have a lot of units on the field, but I don't know if we're doing that hot right now. Is that a Piat? Did I just hit into it? Oh, no, it's not a Piat. It's fine. We're fine. The 240, getting another hit in. I could start trying to heal some of my guys, which I really should be doing, but there's one here. There's only a couple guys to heal. I don't know why this is marked as a medium tank. It has no armor. It has a giant gun. It's more of like a... If anything, I'd say it's like a tank destroyer, based on the fact that it has no armor, but, you know, it's relatively mobile and has, you know, a good gun, although that gun has only killed more friendlies than it has killed enemies. I mean, that's cool looking. We got 4 people with that, but yeah, I'd hardly call this a medium tank. I guess it is fully tracked, which means it's not a half track, but yeah, I'm not sure. It's more of a light, well, maybe it's... That's a hard decision to make. I feel like it's kind of both. It has a crazy weapon, but then it has no armor, so it kind of reminds me of a tank destroyer in that way. We have captured one of the 3 flags. There is a... No. We have lost a lot of these tanks, or at least the crew on them is mostly messed up. 17 pounder. Okay, well, it's not dead yet, but it's getting messed up as well. Make sure we keep repairing... Oh, why are still... Oh, these guys... Never mind. I was going to say, why is there still guys in that vehicle, but they abandoned it. What's my 240 doing? Anything? It's just chilling? Okay, well, time... I've lost all my call-ins. I thought that I had more units to call in, but that's it. Let's just send them forward into this cap. Get my medic to keep getting people up. I have another medic over here. There's still a couple guys left on the left. Left on the left. Oh, actual Sherman. A regular Sherman. Might be good to repair. Oh. Why are you not repairing? Oh, there we are. I don't know why. Maybe there was just no room for him to dismount. The Chi-Ri. Maybe this one could use some repairs. Slowly push up, make sure that this left is clear. There's not a lot of room to maneuver here. It's another 240 round. See if we cannot just get a big... As long as it keeps firing way over, because I feel like this thing is scarier than the Hato. The Hato is scary to me, because it's a team killing device. The 240 millimeters, sort of like a naval defense gun that you can just build anywhere on the map. And once you've built it, you can't move it, but I'm pretty sure every battle you get it back, so you could get... Oh, they're really... Oh, no, that's unfortunate. That's an unfortunate hit on the main gun. Because they're only 2 or 3 pop cap, realistically, if you want it to be an absolute troll or Chad, I don't know what way you look at it, you could technically get, well, 5, 10, 15 of those, especially when you combine it with the fact that the commander car takes the pop cap away, so you could get an unlimited amount, basically really limited by your manpower of those artilleries. And then whenever you have, you know, all the time in the world, especially on the attack, you can start setting them up and getting like large volleys out. And yeah, they maybe should be more expensive. Or, you know what, let's just get rid of this Honi one. Get the crew out of that, and we'll have them jump into the Ho-Ro, which is way more fun. That's way more fun than the Ho-Ni, especially because we have 150 mil in that. So we'll probably put a couple of the guys in that Ho-Ro, and then we'll put... Oh, and then there's one more guy that I didn't tell to go anywhere, who is here. You can go into Chiha Long Gun. They can both go in this, and then, yeah, this... Oh, actually, it's been fully repaired. Never mind. Are they still messing around with this 17-pounder? I can't believe that. I swear it's been at least 2 or 3 big hits from the Chiha Long Gun with the 120. All right, let's see where this goes. Okay, I take it back. The Hato, finally useful. It did quite literally take a bunch of team kills and like 6 or 7 misses, but it's finally become useful. Did we actually, we must have knocked out that Sherman. Yeah, we did. The Chiris are kind of saving this battle, by the way. If it wasn't for the Chiris, I don't know if this battle would be going the way it is, which is relatively okay. I wouldn't say this has been a great battle for the Japanese, but it's been better than how it was going. And then we'll try to, I guess, now push this last point as we are face-to-face with the Valentine Mark 9, and we're already having a lot of issues with that, which is weird because the Chiri with such a big 75mm gun, I figured would be a little more useful, but I guess not. We'll get the Haro to engage. Can we get the tower there? Are we hitting something? No, perfect. That was cool. That was cool. I do like these giant F-off like 120 to 150mm guns. I think when you look at my experience from Men of War, Assault Squad 1 and 2, and basically every other game until Gates of Hell, and I think it was just kind of changed when Robs made Robs mod, he really added the ability for this giant 200, 150, like these bigger pieces of artillery, like the Brumbar, like the ISU 122, 152, even I guess the like Sherman 105, the German Stu, any of these guns that are, you know, fire a low velocity shell, even at that, oh, I should hold fire before I team kill. My guy's capturing a point. These low velocity but high explosive firing guns were always at such a big, weird spot in Men of War and in Assault Squad and all the games before really Gates of Hell, because the HE capability of them really was not useful at all against maybe anything above a half-track. The half-track, really, the point was there you would shoot the crew out with the HE power. It wasn't until Rob's mod where he started looking into spalling, how, you know, an HE explosive has impact on any armor that it hits. And I think it was a clip he showed me a long time ago where he had a ISU 152 with HE actually frontally kill like a Ferdinand or an Elephant, something heavy in that regard. And it was cool to see that he had figured out a way. I need to actually try to hit. Oh, I have no clue where that thing just went. That is a little frustrating. I don't know where this, was it over here? Let's just fire randomly. Yeah, that was definitely not over there. And he basically figured out how to get his HE explosive from these large explosive tank destroyers to actually, or even low velocity guns, to actually do damage to vehicles. Oh, it's a little short. Let's just get out of here before it fires. All right, I was just finishing up part 1 of the defenses, as part 2 with a second pair of these 240 mils is getting ready to be made. Honestly, it's kind of overkill, but I think it'll be funny. The enemies are now sending in some more Cromwells. The battle is just beginning, but we are almost done preparing these guns. I just was trying to get maybe not an overkill amount of them, while at the same time having kind of a larger amount of them. We have our 80 millimeter. Never mind, I guess that is now dead, as I tried pointing it out. We have our no more 88mm gun that we've now lost. We have our Chiri here, as well as 2 of these 240mm guns on the right. We have 2 of these 240mm on the left, as well as a Chiri and a Chi Nukai. Probably we'll have to send this Chi Nukai over here now to protect this flank alongside the Chiri. And then, yeah, with this gun now being done over here, we have 4 of these 240mm guns, and they're all set to fire at will. I don't know if, can he engage to here? Oh, he can. That's kind of cracked, actually, the fact that you can just shoot across the map with these. It's a little weird. The map is Rezev. It's winter, but these are very white compared to the terrain. Maybe that's a slight oversight, but I guess there isn't like a medium white sort of camouflage tank, so it's either very white or not white at all, and we have this sort of, well, very over the top white Cromwell when it's not very white outside. I could try to use some of these across the map, but I think we're going to hold fire on these. Maybe we fire, well, they're just out of range anyway. Get this Chi Nukai to drive around. I'm actually annoyed at this 88 dying. I was hoping to use it a little bit more. We do have as backup, we have one more Chi Ha long gun, which it's been very meh. I think it's a cool idea, but in reality, this thing gets blasted by everything. It has no armor. The crew is very susceptible to even machine gun fire. So, you know, if an HE shell misses the tank but still hits near it, the crew still gets messed up. This whole row might actually be a better solution in almost every way. Yes, it has a little bit better protection, the same crappy armor, but it does, well, I guess it doesn't have a turret. That's maybe the main thing. It doesn't have a rotatable turret, but you do get a way better anti-infantry weapon, and, well, arguably, though it doesn't really make sense, even a way better anti-tank weapon. These 240s are, I think we'll just point them two different ways. So we'll have one pointing sort of this way, do the same over here. We'll have them both pointing sort of different ways. And this 240, if it has, wow, they're just kind of spawning in front of us over here. I feel a little bit awkward about that, but we're going to maybe keep this Chi-Nu-Kai kind of behind this hut house thing. Also, all these Japanese tanks have two types of APHE, APHE and Type 2 or Type APHE, Type APHE2. So I think that may be more of an APCR type shell because it has that APCR color, but then again, they're called APHE, so we'll have to just assume that they're, well, APHE and not APCR. But this is weird that there's two types of APHE shell because there's no way of sadly finding out if there's a different penetration mechanic on those compared to the regular ones, or if there's a, see, that says APCR, so it's a little confusing. Maybe the Japanese never made APCR, and they'd have this like maybe higher penetrating APHE shell, which we have obviously a limit of. Okay, let's not shoot at that thing. I know that we just killed it. That is a lot of units to not shoot at. That is a lot of units to not shoot at. The 240s could make an absolute very short work of this. Oh, God. We even have the 120 that could fire. There goes the other 240 any moment here. This looks like the Big Bertha gun from Age of Empires, almost. Okay, there's the 120. Could I range the... maybe we'll move the whole row up a little. It's kind of fun to use this thing before the battle is over, because this is basically going to be the last battle. I think we've seen all the scary Japanese equipment that really is inside Valour. I'll go over the tech tree really quickly after we're done with this battle specifically, just so you're going to see what I may have missed or maybe didn't get. But realistically, a lot of these are, or those I should say, a lot of those are very early on Japanese, like 1930s tanks. There's a couple of armored cars, maybe a Ki-Nu, but most of this stuff is very kind of not worth grabbing unless you're only expecting to fight not even Stuarts, but like Vickers tanks or armored cars. And even then, the Humber, as we saw in the early episodes of the series, this little thing with the 15 mil would still shred even Chi-Has, and they would sometimes not even be able to kill it somehow or another. Now the Ho-Ro, the Japanese, I guess, you know, Brumbar, pretty damn effective. I like this thing. I like this thing better than I like... wait, hold up. I guess this is a moment for the Ho-Ro to shine as we slowly turn around and just have to wait for the reload. But yeah, this is what I wanted. I should have gotten this way sooner for Japan. Having the, well, FU blow up ability, which obviously the Soviets have with the ISU and the Germans have the Brumbar. And to a slightly smaller degree, the Americans have with the 105 Sherman. This is what I needed for the Japanese all along. It's just a shame that I only now realized what I really needed to have for the Japanese, which was this. I don't really want to engage that blob. I'd rather use the 150 for that. Oh, that was pretty close, but didn't really do enough for that. Since they are kind of... Oh, intercept right there. Oh, you know, that was effective. That was relatively useful. Another Cromwell. So I'm not really sure what the British could bring as later equipment. I think the only thing I guess I wish I saw was maybe some Comets. But in general, we've seen Shermans, Cromwells. I guess we've seen a bunch of Churchills, which on multiple occasions were absolutely disastrous for me to deal with, to say the least. They were not easy to get rid of, especially not when there was multiple of them. And I think at one point I managed to track most of them. Oh, did the whole row did it just eat a Cromwell shell? I think it might have. Yeah, I should have held my stupid mouth shut, but hopefully he wakes up. Oh, Kobe. that would be unfortunate if that was a PvP. It isn't, and it isn't, but he was one shot from finishing me off. So maybe the lack of armor actually, oh, that's unfortunate. It looks like a shell from the Cromwell either went through my Ho-Ro or missed a Ho-Ro, blowing up my supply truck. But whatever, it isn't a huge deal. It's a funny coincidence, I guess. I was hoping these guns would be better on the defense. They are way too cheap. They're way too easy to get. I really feel like these things should be a little bit more expensive. They're like 15 manpower, 3 pop cap, and technically you could throw an entire like attack wave or, you know, reinforcement wave full of those guys. It would be really cheap and really low on pop cap too. So if you're playing Japan and you just want to have fun, I guess recommend that you get that. The unlock cost for it for research points is the one sort of major issue with it. I think it's 2 initially, and then it's like 10 or 15. But once you get that, you basically have a thing that can shoot halfway across most maps. And oh, did we just shoot the wheels off? Wow, we did. This, I don't know what just happened to this. It got blown up by the Chiha long gun, assuming that was HE, and it just kind of blew this AEC upside down. The wheels came off. Weird. I'm not sure. Yeah, kind of not sure what happened there. Oh, we actually have a Churchill. Churchill Mark 7. This is perfect. This is perfect. This is going to be a target for these 240mm guns. I don't know if my Chinukai is going to have anything. Let's see, because the shell should be coming in any second. Oh, here's one. Oh, that was not even in the same neighborhood. And I think the Chi-Ri just bounced on the front of that. Are we still trying to shoot this guy? Okay, one. What about the other guy? Oh, he's fired? Oh, that was a little closer. No, those were kind of terrible. Either of those was quite bad. Knocked out a Daimler, but I'm just trying to obviously, okay, we need to be, the Ho-Ro may be ending its life cycle here. That's a Sherman shooting at the moment. Can we try to overrange the good old Men of War sort of cheating PvP thing where like you kind of jiggle the mouse and you try to get your direct control. Can we get this half track out of the way? Oh, just got decrewed anyway. Oh, that was a terrible shot. Oh, there's a dude in the middle. Like, okay, that's actually, we need to focus on that with the 240s. Luckily, we have 4 of them. We can focus on 2, well, 1 at a time. I wonder, the last time I used this thing, it was not very effective against a Churchill. And this time it seems to still be not very effective. That's okay. We have these 240s who are turning. I think this thing might even be able to have range on it. And we're going to, no, that's what I meant to say. Oh, that's the, ooh, that was a close, another one. No, that was too short. Come on, can we drive out of here before, are we, oh, we're screwed. The engine on this is donezo. I guess we're just going to repair. I could try to use, I'm curious if the Ho-Ro has a good shot at it, considering it is a 150mm gun. We lost our command vehicle. That Churchill is going to just kill some stuff. That's fine. I'm not really too worried about it. I don't know where the other one went. It might still be alive. All right, let's see if we can get a flank shot. Are you kidding? How fast? Was I not paying attention? His turret rotated and I didn't even realize that. I was too focused on trying to knock it out with the Ho-Ro. That's sad. I was actually kind of excited about using that. I wonder if that Churchill is still there. Let's take it out, or check it out. Let's not take it out. Well, we should, but I want to check it out with the Chi. No, you know what? Let's not use that. Let's just go with the infantry soldier, charge him forward. Both these 240s are still, even their ammo consumption is so little because they fire so slowly that even if you have no, oh, there it is, there it is, there it is, there it is. Ooh. Even if you have no ammo crate or ammo box or ammo vehicle with it, these things are still going to, that's not good. Yeah, he's going to die. It's still going to prefer, unless he's loading HE. Oh, crap, the sniper got me. They're still going to have 20, 25 shots between them, which is a lot because you can get a lot of them and they're really cheap. I wish my 120 was able to engage. Isn't it? Oh, it's actively trying. Okay, fair enough. I mean, over here we have our little 13.2. Oh, we're already done with the battle? No, that's not possible. We might as well try to knock out these Churchills since it's the final episode. We maybe want to repair this thing. I'm not sure. Maybe not. Maybe we'll just see. Is it alive? Oh, our 37 just kind of gave it a FU, but that's about all I can do. Especially, even a Valentine has... It's such a stupid little caliber gun. The Kurds got set on fire over there. It's such a weird caliber gun to have on such a heavy, like, tank. I don't understand why you would want another, you know, ammo type to carry on board that can explode, that you can run out of. It's just another thing that can break. I'm so confused why they thought that was such a good idea, but, well, I guess I didn't think it was such a good idea because obviously neither the Chiri or any, like, oh, the Ho-Ro, or the what I'm thinking of is the Ho-Ri, I believe, the Japanese, like, Ferdinand/elephant copy type looking thing. They had those coaxial or hull mounted 37, 45, 57 millimeter guns as well, and maybe for those I can even understand it because they are very low, very slow reloading. But even then, it's why not just focus on making the tank actually work instead of throwing in a whole bunch of coaxial or hull-mounted heavy guns. We cannot, our best tank cannot pen the Churchill. So what that means, we are going to send a bomber over, and we're going to do the same thing over here. Over here, let's send a recon plane and try to get eyes on. And over here, we'll get a unit to, okay, here's the other one. Oh, he's moving. That's actually okay. Oh, we just decrewed the Churchill. Oh, man. Oh, man. What are the chances of that happening just as I decrew it? Well, probably relatively big, maybe, but get that hit. Oh, the Chiri is in some trouble. Oh, does this thing detract? I need to kill the Churchills, and I'll have won a victory. Let's just bomb these infantry. They're still going to chill out there for a little bit. I really don't want them to, like, run over and kill my cool... Oh, this Chiri is definitely going to get run over. Like overrun. Not run over. It's a tank. It cannot get overrun or run over, but it can definitely get overrun. English is hard. This bombing run... That didn't kill it? No, it did. Well, it sort of is dead, but I think that's going to be a pretty successful end. We managed to get to these crazy late war prototype Japanese tanks, and I just wanted to kind of quickly show you there isn't really that much in the tech tree that I missed. Like, and a lot of it is light tanks, some infantry squads that I didn't get. The Imperial squad, which I was really excited for initially, only has pure riflemen and one machine gunner. So we didn't get the Imperial Guard of the Kamikaze squad. Someone also said the Kamikaze squad was broken, so that didn't really help. But yeah, that's most of the infantry I didn't get. The paratroopers I didn't unlock separately because they came with the mechanized infantry. We did not get the Rogo because, well, you can see it's like a literal 1930 design. The Ho-Ni 2, which I think is the 105, just inferior to the amazing Ho-Ro, of course. We didn't get a lot of these, like, earlier crazy weird looking. What is this thing even? It just has a machine gun on it. Actually, it has looks like it has a hull mounted 37 millimeter, just like a terrible M3 Lee. And this one is the one thing I wish I got, which was the supply tank, sort of. It's a supply truck, but in the form of a tank. A bunch of armored cars, a bunch of half tracks. So really, we only missed a couple of units of infantry. And again, why would I get the Imperial Guard if they're only riflemen with a single machine gun when the SNLF are just better in every single way, shape, and form? With that being said, the end of the campaign, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going to be trying to do something else. I guess Davidson and I are trying to do our co-op conquest in hot mod, but there's always room for some more stuff. So again, let me know down in the comments if you have any crazy ideas, and I guess I'll catch you in the next one.